Welcome back to the channel. This is Parth Sarthi, CEO of vijAI Robotics, and today we are going to see Retrieval-Augmented Generation RAG in Langchain, and we are also going to implement it. So let's get started. Before moving ahead, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel and please share this video. Now, what is Retrieval-Augmented Generation or RAG? You must have heard this term a lot of times. Now, as I was saying in my first video, which was the introduction video, that suppose if we have to create a customer service bot, right, for our own company, that bot is going to require your company's internal data as well. If you see any model, like any LLM model like ChatGPT or Gemini or any foundational model has been trained on some public data, right? Which is very vast in amount, of course. But still, if you want to create an LLM-based application which is suitable for your purpose, for your company, suppose, right? Suppose you are building this board. So this will require some internal data of your company, like some information about the customers, how the query should be handled, and these all information. So this all comes in your internal data of the company, right? Which may not be accessible to the LLM-based model. If suppose your company provides online education, then all the courses that are available, like data science course or artificial intelligence engineer course, then you would also need the details of those course. What is the fees of those course? What is the curriculum of those course? So that information would be missing in your ChatGPT model. Now, how do we get that information? We need to use Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which will be able to retrieve your internal data. Like suppose we are having an institute for AI-based education, then what all courses we are having, all the fee structure, everything that all the model needs to know to be able to handle the customer queries, right? So how does this RAG technique work? Retrieval-Augmented Generation. See, RAG is a technique for augmenting LLM knowledge with additional data. How will this work? See the architecture. First of all, what you need to do is load your data. Now, data may be in any form. It will be a MySQL data or a web URL, anything, any PDF, any document, right? That would work. So first of all, you need to load your data, right? And we'll be following these steps when we implement it, right, in this video only. And then you need to split your data. Suppose you are having a document, 500-page or even 100-page document, which covers all the courses that you are having and the fee structure, everything. Then suppose I ask a question, what is the curriculum of the data science course? And you're having multiple courses. You are having 10 courses, right? And you're having 10 web pages for each of those courses. Now, for my query, I only need the data science web page, right? I do not need the whole website to be read by the model. So what we can do is we can split our document into multiple parts, right? Like if it was a single document, we can split it into 5 parts. And then based on the prompt, right? Suppose I ask what is the curriculum of the data science course, then the model will try to do a search for that data science course curriculum, right? And whichever part of this document will be having that data science course information, it will just use that particular part, right? Suppose this part was having it, then this part will only be given to the model as the context, right? As the context, right? Okay, now you have loaded the data, you have split the data into multiple parts. Now what you need to do is embed your data using embedding models. Now what is this embedding your data means? Now whatever your data will be, it may be in form of text, right? Most probably it will be text. Now an LLM model cannot understand text, though it is generating text. Now how will it be able to understand that text? We need to convert that text into numbers, into a set of numbers. All those words that you are having in a document, we need to convert it into numbers using embedding models. And we will create vectors, right? These are all examples of vectors. These are all examples of vectors, right? These are all vectors. Now you have loaded your data, you have split it, you have created vectors from that data. Now you need to store also that vectors, right? So you will store it inside a vector store. So this is the simple RAG architecture where you first load the data, then you split it, okay, and then you embed those splits, right? And then finally you store it in a vector store, right? And now let us try to implement that in Langchain. So let's jump into the code. So first of all, you'll be loading your OpenAI API key, right? Just like we did in our previous video. Okay, it's a simple procedure. You create a .env file and store your OpenAI API key there, right? And then you simply write this code. Now, how you will create that retrieval chain? First of all, you need to import your OpenAI model using this code. And then what we are going to do, from Langchain community.document loaders, you are going to import the web-based loader, right? This is the loader that I was talking about in the architecture, right? The first step is to load the data. So this web-based loader will be able to load the data. And what question we are trying to answer? I want my model to know about Langchain, and I will ask specific questions related to Langchain to the model. So I'm giving this URL, which is the documentation of Langchain, right? And we'll then ask the model the question, what is Langchain, right? So we have created the instance for it, loader, and we are loading it. Now, if you check the length of this docs object, it is 1. That is the web page that we loaded. It is being treated as a single entity. Now we need to split it, and we'll do the same thing. And then we will try to store it inside a vector store. Now let us do it. But before doing that, please install this library, pip install faisscpu. Right? What is this? I will talk about it in a minute. So you will import from Langchain community.vector stores, import FAISS. What is it? It is Facebook AI Similarity Search, which is a library for efficient similarity search and clustering of dense vectors. You will be storing your vectors using this FAISS library, right? Simple. That is the use of this library. Your vector store will be created using this FAISS, that is Facebook AI Similarity Search library, right? And then we are importing our text splitter, which will split your document. Okay, and then I have imported the embeddings model, OpenAI embeddings. We are having many embedding models, okay, and many more vector stores. This is one of the vector stores, right? And we will be using this one. So we create an embeddings model, OpenAI embeddings model, and then you create an instance for recursive character text splitter, right, which will be able to split your document. Then we are splitting the document, text splitter dot split documents, and you give the doc, which was this one, right? Now you create a vector store for it. FAISS dot from documents, and then the embeddings model. Simple, right? And then it will be stored in the vector. Now, after running this, if I check the length of documents, you see the length is 3. The length of doc was 1, and now see it has been split into 3 entities, right? And now what we are going to do, we are importing create stuff documents chain. For creating the chain, you will import this library, and then you are just importing the chat prompt template, which we have also seen, okay? And then you are creating your prompt template. Answer the following question based only on the provided context, and then you are giving your context. And then the question is your input. Okay, and then the chain, create stuff documents chain, LLM, and then the prompt. What is this LLM? LLM is your model that you had instantiated. Now see, we are creating the retrieval chain. Here we are creating the documents chain, which will allow us to pass a document in the chain, right? This chain will allow you to pass a document, and then you are having a retrieval chain, which will allow you to do the retrieval process from your vector store, right? So here you will give your retriever, and your retrieval is being made from the vector dot as retriever, right? So you are linking both of these chains, the retriever and the document chain. The document chain will allow you to pass a document to the model, and then this retrieval chain will allow you to retrieve data from that document, right? Okay. Now, using this retrieval chain, we will give our prompt. So I have simply written here retrieval chain dot invoke input what is Langchain and what are its components. And now I hope we'll get a better answer than what we got in our previous video. And you can see Langchain is a framework for developing applications powered by large language models. Its components include Langchain core, Langchain community, partner packages, Langchain, LangGraph, and LangServe. Absolutely correct. This time it is not saying Langchain is a blockchain technology and something like that, which it was giving it in our previous video. Right, so in this video, we saw how a retrieval chain looks like, the architecture of RAG, and I hope you would have understood retrieval-augmented generation. It is nothing of a complicated process. It is about loading your data and retrieving information from that. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon.